There we go, I finally did it. What's up you guys, my name is Antoine and welcome to my channel where I like to talk about things like investing and personal finance, kind of like this video. And if you want to follow more of my content, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. It costs $0 to subscribe, and if you get anything from this, you'll have an infinite return on your investment. So let's go real quick into why your credit is important. Basically, it's a way for people to see how reliable you are and if you're good at paying your bills on time. Your credit score is kind of like an adult report card. And the people that are typically looking at your credit score are lenders if you're trying to buy a house or a car, your landlord if you're renting, and then your insurance companies, utility companies, government agencies, and there's even cases where your employer might even look at your credit score just to see if you're a reliable person. So it's very important that you try to keep your credit score above 700. And having a good credit score can get you better interest rates that will save you money in the long term. But as always, life can come at you fast sometimes, and you could get hard inquiries or missed payments, and that could definitely knock down your credit score. So one of the first things you're going to want to do when you're improving your credit score is download an app like Mint or Credit Karma, because you know what they say, that can't be measured, cannot be obtained. So with Credit Karma, you're able to track your credit score from TransUnion and Equifax, and that'll give you a good idea of what your credit score is at. Now let's go into how we can get this credit score to go up. So definitely, if you haven't already, pay all your bills on time, and that's everything: loans, utility, credit card, everything. You have to pay it all on time as well as in full, and that'll help you get a good credit score. But now if you're not paying them on time, you have two issues. You're either not making enough money or you're spending too much money. Or it might even be both. So you're going to have to get that resolved first. But don't worry, I have other videos on potential side hustles to increase your income, as well as how to get out of credit card debt, and I'll link those in the description down below. And that should help you make sure that you're able to pay your bills on time. So along with that, another way to boost your credit score is to keep your credit utilization low. So you can do this by making sure to pay off debt and always having low balances on your credit cards. The sweet spot for your credit utilization rate is at 3%. So if between all your credit cards you have about $100,000 that you can borrow, using about 3% of that would be the most ideal for your credit score. Now there's two ways to bring down your credit utilization rate. One is to simply just spend less money, and the other is either to open up more credit cards, or you can call your credit card companies and ask them if they would be able to increase your spending limit. Also, be sure to be super cautious when opening up new credit cards. Personally, when I have a big purchase coming up, I'll shop around and see what kind of credit cards have a really good introductory rate, as well as, some of them have, if you spend $3,000 within the first 3 months, you get $500 back. So those are typically the credit cards that I'm looking for if I'm about to make a big purchase, like a trip, or if I have a rehab coming up and I'm going to buy a bunch of material at once. That would be the time I'd be looking at a different credit card. But if you do decide to get more credit cards, be sure not to do it all at once, because that gives you more hard inquiries per credit card that you try to open, and that can knock your credit score. And those hard inquiries stay on your report for about 2 years. Now, if you have outstanding balances in collections, and that's what's impacting your credit score, then you could try to negotiate them, making sure that you get everything in writing. Obviously, you can't undo your past mistakes, but you can try to manage them and make them more tolerable and favorable. Another option to boost your credit score would be to add yourself as an authorized user on a credit card owned by someone who has a good credit history, because all their on-time payments will also be reflected in your credit score. And the last thing you want to do in order to boost your credit score is to be sure to review your credit report and make sure everything that's on it is legitimate and from you. Because if you notice any inaccuracies or something that wasn't you, you have to dispute that right away, and that's something that could give you a great boost in your credit score. But be sure to keep in mind that the biggest thing that will help you boost your credit score is time itself. And a quick myth just to debunk is that some people think that if you carry a balance on your credit card, that'll help your credit score, but that's not true at all, as well as you're paying ridiculous amounts of interest, so it's a complete waste. So be sure to make your payments in full and on time. All in all, I hope that this video gave you some actionable tips that'll allow you to keep your credit score really high, as well as let you know some options if you've missed a payment or you're late on some payments. Also, I'll link in the description down below a couple links that'll help you get access to your credit score, as well as some extra resources on how to improve your credit score. Also, be sure to comment below if you have any other tips on how to raise your credit score, and be sure to share this video if you know of anyone who's having troubles with their credit. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.